Hello! We're Caroline and Ian, a British couple who decided to give up work, sell the house, give away their possessions, and for the last 1 year we've been travelling full time in our bus, Frankie.
So come and join us as we go around Europe and see how van life and Christian faith work together on a wing and a prayer.
The family's just left us at the airport and we've just left the villa that we've been in for the week, and I am feeling so very, very low. Probably lower than I've been for such a very long time. I think there's a number of reasons. One is Montenegro is difficult, very, very difficult. The people are very wary of us. There doesn't seem to be any wild park-ups that I would feel safe staying in, and I just feel at a complete loss. I don't want a house. I've lived in a house for a week and it was too big and there was too many possessions and too much clutter, and I know I don't want that, but then what's the other alternative? So we're due to sit down tonight and think clearly about where we're going next and what we're doing, but I've got to be honest, I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm just feeling very sad. I've come down to the water to try and see if I can just be still and think, do I really want to give all this up and go back to England? And if I go back to England, what am I going to do? Oh, I am so confused. Delilah's loving it. I think a cup of tea might help. It's October the 31st and I cannot shift this mood of not knowing what to do since the family left. So I am going to go for a cold water swim and see if that will lift my mood. So here goes.
It's like Loman all over again, isn't it? But without the duct. Oh no, she's going in.
Here's my lovely fella. He's just walked all the way down the hill to the river and he's brought me a cup of coffee and a Kit Kat. This is the first Kit Kats we've had since we left England. Thank you, Mr. A, I needed that.
Third one I've had. So it was quiet, even though there is a road just at the top. But she's trying so hard, her family, to make something. I think it's been open for a while, but she's trying so hard to make a camper that's probably going to be the best in Montenegro. She's just given us a breakfast and you wouldn't believe she never stopped going into the kitchen to get us something different. The breakfast was €4 each for me and Caroline, so that was €8, so €2 left. We gave it to her. She was getting us oranges out, she'd made sandwiches, she'd made eggs, toast with meat in it, tea, coffee, orange juice, as much as you could have. And to be honest, she's fattened us up. Makes you wonder why. But this is at the bottom of the campsite. Obviously you don't go down here with your vans or anything, but Dillilah seems to like it down here, and the weather is really picking up again, so thank you Montenegro. Okay, this is where we stayed last night at Montenegro. It's our first park up, and as you can see over there they've got a railway. Honestly, it was quite quiet though, and right in the way in the mountains. You have a look, it's cooled down a bit, but she says that's because the mountains are actually in the way. So as you look, it's still blue sky, but it's a bit cold today because we're sheltered. They've got a load of building plans going on, so they're making this thing, and we said, where on earth do you dump your grey waste, you know, your toilet? And it's here. A hole in the floor, which is a bit dodgy because it's quite hard to actually get it in before it slops everywhere. So anyway, that's that.
This motorway was only opened in June, and the local people have been really proud of it. So we are thrilled in November the 1st to be driving on it and experiencing what has taken them years and years to build.
And yeah, they don't want to go on it because it costs too much. So if you have a look, there's not many cars on it at all.
So we think big vehicles like us cost €18, but what a shame that it's not being used more. So the lady in the camp said to us that people came from Serbia to Podgorica, which is the city, and begged and pleaded for a decent road to get back again because it was so scary going on the road they came. So we are so thrilled that they've built this and we don't have to go on the scary road. Distance, it says, not a soul in view. Oh, we have one. This is also very weird. We're actually in the town centre, or we've just driven out of the town centre, and the mix-up of people is unbelievable. You've got quite pretty, affluent-looking houses, and then right next to them, these tiny little shacks that people are living in. We've just gone past some shops, and the shops were really quite posh, selling clothes and all sorts of things. And then tied up next to the car park was somebody's cow. So this is the other side of Montenegro now. We've gone past the city, we've gone through the ski resorts, and we're now at the other end, and it feels completely and utterly different. Well, that was just a huge shock. We have just come out the supermarket. Thankfully, we had a butty, and we've done the same thing again. We're looking for a park up, and where have we ended up, Ian?
Serbia. We went round the corner, we went, what's this? And it was the border control.
We were so confused, we actually had to ask the border control what country we were entering. Was it Kosovo or was it Serbia? And he thought that was hilarious. So, Ian, welcome to Serbia.
Welcome to Serbia.
We've ended up now at a different area. We've just gone past through passports again, and there's just dogs absolutely everywhere. Just stray dogs all over the show, all shapes and sizes. Hello, little fellow. Oh. And this is Welcome to Serbia. We haven't a clue. Here you go. Welcome to Serbia.
Serbia, welcome. Yes, welcome.
Right, well now all we've got to do is find somewhere to sleep. So here we have Serbia. We've woken up to blue skies, although last night it was the first time I was cold, and we've got the thick bedding out. So this is the Instagram shot of Serbia, and this is the reality of where we stayed. Like I often say, it is definitely not all blue skies and rainbows. So this is our filthy dirty lay-by, but you know what, it was safe. We had some lorries that parked up and then left, and we had a stray dog that was crying for most of the night, and the railways up there which came past quite often. But we just say thank you, God, because this was a place that we needed, and we did sleep well. And then we woke up and looked at this. This is our welcome to Serbia. It looks like they're still building the road that we're actually trying to drive on. It's all a little bit crazy. Keep going, lads, you're doing a good job. Oh, we're actually cutting out the thing that we're driving on. Oh, good grief. Our first wrong turn in Serbia, and nearly ended up a steep mountain, and we pulled over to the side, and this little old gentleman came up to us, and he spent ages with Ian going through the map, showing him where to go. Couldn't speak a word of English, but was determined that he wasn't going to let us go till he knew exactly that we were safe and where we were going. So Serbia, thank you for your kindness. You've really made our day. Just driving down the road and minding our own business, and we've come across a tourist site. It's called Old El Paso, and we're going to see whether we can get in. We haven't got any of the local money, but if they take euros, we may be able to go inside. Okay, so we got into Old El Paso.
In Serbia.
In Serbia. They think that we're mad because we've got a dog with us. So let's take you around and show you.
El Paso.
I know, but what would a cowboy say? Yeehaw, yeah. Old El Paso. like every cowboy does. We're just tying up the dog before we go in for a beer. This entire shop is Coca-Cola. So you've got old-fashioned Coca-Cola dispensers, even Coca-Cola bikes. And the Coca-Cola shop sells everything Coca-Cola, even Christmas Coca-Cola. Sorry. Anybody got a box? This is the jailhouse. Ian was hung for bad singing on the guitar. We are very excited. We've just left Western Serbia. We're now in Northern Serbia and we have
Today, tarmac.
tarmac! Look at it!
And flatness.
In all its beautiful glory. Tarmac! It's stunning.
Massive, great big hills as far as I can see.
It's making us very, very happy. And apparently we've got 114 kilometres of this. Woohoo! As you come into the camping area, there is a little place here that you can hire bikes if you want to go and explore. And the countryside is beautiful. Or you can even hire jeeps. And so this is a camping and apartment zip. There's all the info if you fancy a holiday. The lady here speaks English and it is a really nice place. We went to bed last night in the autumn and we feel like we've woken up this morning in the winter. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the site that we've been on. It's called Zip Camping, Serbia, and it's really... So as you come in, you've got a children's play area. We had our own little picnic table and hammock. And then you've got camping over here. That's for tents. They have apartment blocks that you can hire as well as doing camping. And they have a central recreation area here. So probably lovely in summer, sitting out. It's got one of the best equipped kitchens. It is a communal kitchen that I have ever seen in the whole of Europe. Plenty of space if it's raining to sit in. Washing, cooker, and a massive fridge and microwave to keep everything in. And then one of the things that I'd not seen before in Europe was this little camping charging point. So they've got universal leads. You can lock it and charge up, which I thought was absolutely a brilliant idea. You can't get enough electricity when you're camping. Huge television, and then over in this area I presume that this is what they make. But they've got a pizza oven here, and then what is common to this area is a pig roasting oven, and then they slice it up and serve it. So the communal area, I'll take you through to the showers. Now Delilah's found a friend here. A cheeky little chappy. So up at the top here, you've got the shower blocks, more little apartments and camping pods. Now the showers were very, very, very hot. Oh, I'm just going to shut the door because the dogs are trying to get in. Spotlessly clean. You've got toilets, and then there's 3 showers. All free. And like I said before, very hot because these are the boilers keeping them hot. Again, little areas that you can just sit outside. Now this is a huge games room. So Ian and I came in here last night and we had a very, very good game of snooker and table tennis. So I'll just show it to you. I know you'll all be interested what the score was. Well, Ian actually won the table tennis, and with much help from Ian, I won the snooker. I didn't realise how difficult it was, all about angles. But again, if it's raining, it does mean you've got somewhere nice to come in and just be able to sit or just socialise with people. So this is Camp Zip.
Not sure how this is going to pan out. But, she thinks they're camels, but they've actually got horns. She's checking the dog in front of them. There she is. This is near that house. So if we need first aid, we can go to that house. Always one adventurous, wondering what's happening. You got bells on the coming out, thinking about it. Can't see whether they've got others or not. Right. Well, she got past. Now it's my turn. See you in hospital.